What's standing up about?
Well, I'll let Gary take the reins on that because Gary kind of gave birth to it, really.
So I'll jump in, Gary, and give us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this whole area.
I give you the backstory to how the whole thing came about, if that's okay. I was teaching above in Limerick. It's about 2005. It's a long time ago, and I was walking out through the courtyard in University of Limerick, and I saw a sign outside a college bar saying open mic comedy night. And when I saw it, I was like, oh Jesus, I'd love to do that. But I was afraid. It was exciting, but I was afraid at the same time, you know, that kind of way. And I was only saying it to Gerard last night, just walking home, I chickened out, and then walking home, I just said, God, imagine if you were this character who was, if you were gifted at comedy, but you had massive anxiety. And then that kind of character just became very real in my head very quickly. I named him Barry Collin on the show. The following day I was writing it and I called it Standing Up. And then for a few years, it was always in my head. I was writing a bit. We shot a bit of a pre-pilot, but it was only okay because my writing wasn't good enough at the time. I was kind of, I suppose it's experience, isn't it? I hadn't had enough trial and error and all that of writing things. And then a few other people got involved. They were great. But I was like I used to get in a lot of trouble at school because I daydream and I drift off into these little scenarios, and it's mad. You get in trouble for those things, and then you could ultimately end up making a career out of it in later life. But so I was always kind of hanging out with this character in my head, but I couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. That probably sounds a little strange, but I couldn't figure out, why is he so anxious? What's wrong with him all the time? And then I started just observing my students above in Limerick.
Are you teaching in a university?
Yeah. So at that time I was teaching economics in University of Limerick, yeah. And I've been teaching everywhere else since and so on. But I just started observing my students, and I just leave my guard down around them. And they'd I don't know, I think I was quite approachable. So after class they'd speak to you, and they'd be just talking about dyslexia, anxiety. Dyslexia, anxiety was everywhere. And then it just came to me one day, oh my God, Barry Collin's a genius, but he can't read.
Yeah.
And I said, what a place to start for a character.